What's up, everyone? Grayson the Dean 221 Nichols here, as always, on the Elite Rounders YouTube channel, and we are doing our Poker After Dark review video from this week's new lineup on Poker After Dark, who is headlined by apparently some gentleman who looks kind of like a Kung Fu master. I'm not sure who this guy is, but the table really revolved around him. We had about 5 professionals, including Ronnie Bardo, Marle Cordero, who's a well-known personality, very funny player as well, and Alex Ding, who you might recognize from the past Poker After Dark videos we've done, really sharp player. And yeah, there was one hand I kind of wanted to talk about here with you guys. But before we hop in, wanted to remind you of a giveaway we're doing at Elite Rounders. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and then post your Instagram name in the comments, we will add you to a raffle that will be going on next week. And the winner will get a free month of group poker coaching at Elite Rounders. So again, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and post your Instagram name in the comments, and we'll get you entered into that free raffle for a month of poker coaching. The raffle will be on April 30th as well. So let's talk about this hand really fast. I found this one to be quite interesting. The game at hand was a 5,100 no limit hold'em cash game, as per usual on the Poker After Dark lineup. And the hand opened with this the Kung Fu gentleman here, opening to 300 with pocket queens. Marley calls with king jack, and Ronnie completes in the big blind with ace jack of spades. We get a pretty awesome action flop here with jack 7-5 rainbow, and this is where the action gets a little interesting. So normal c bet from the gentleman here with the bandana. He bets 500, to which Marley calls, and then the action gets to Ronnie, who has an interesting spot. He chooses to raise to 1900, which I think makes a lot of sense. If he just calls here out of position 3 ways, his hand is very strong in this spot, but it would be kind of difficult to play, and it'll be a lot of muddy waters. And I think just avoiding that right off the bat and kind of narrowing the field, getting more information about your opponents, could be a beneficial thing here, especially when they are all over 100 big blinds deep in this cash game. So he raises to 1900. The gentleman here with the queens calls. And this is the really interesting spot to me afterward. I think Marley has a tough spot with the king jack, and she opts to call the 1400 as well. And this is actually the spot I really want to discuss with you all. Something I really emphasize with my students is the idea of money cards, right? And what I mean by that is before you consider calling in a spot, right? I think it's really important to ask yourself, okay, what are my money cards? What are the best cards that I can hit on the turn or river for my hand, right? And then after you assess what those cards are, you got to ask yourself next, am I definitely good when I hit those money cards? And then last, you ask yourself, will I get paid if I hit one of those money cards, right? So in Marley's spot here, with the king jack facing quite a bit of aggression from Ronnie, and a strong call from Stabuchin. I hope I said his name right, not sure. I can still just call him the Kung Fu master. This is a spot where Marley's king jack might very well not be good. So let's kind of exercise this process in her spot, right? So she would say to herself, what are my money cards, right? Those are quite obviously a king or a jack, right? Well, the next thing I said would be, are we good if we hit our money card, right? So if she hits the king for starters, right? I think we could feel like we're good most of the time there, but there is a chance that Ronnie has something like 5-5-5, 7-7-7, right? So those sets are definitely in his range here. Also, even if Marley is good when she hits the king, she might not be able to get action from something like queens. Ace jack is unlikely to pay her off at that point too. So that takes us to the third question, like even if we hit our money card, do we get paid, right? And I'm just not sure she would get paid if she hits a king here. Further, back to the other money card, if she hits a jack, it also might not be good, right? As we see here with Ronnie having ace jack, very plausible that one of these opponents has ace jack in their hand for the way this hand is played out. Not to mention, again, the sets that Ronnie could have here as well. So I think this is a spot where I can see it's a tough situation for Marley, but I do think she should consider laying down her king jack here, just on the principle alone of all the ambiguity that surrounds her money cards, whether or not she'll be good if she hits them, and then will she get paid if she hits them as well? I think it's very unlikely that Ronnie's going to have a worse kicker with the jack when he check raises here. He's not going to show up with queen jack or jack 10 very much here. I imagine he has things like ace jack, 555, 777, and then things like combo draws, right? Maybe some 8-9 suited, 9-10 suited, 8-6 suited, number of semi bluffs like that. But it's very rare that he would have something like queen jack here. And I'm not sure Stabuchin, the Kung Fu master, would have that either, right? So I really think this is an important concept for you guys to stick with and, use that money card concept. Be like, what are my money cards? Will I get paid if I hit them? Am I good when I hit them? Those are the three things you need to ask yourself every time when you're contemplating calling. Marle did call and got into a really tough spot when a jack hits the turn. Now she's in the point of no return where she cannot fold. Ronnie bets up 2,800. The Kung Fu master calls, and this spot's now almost impossible for her to fold, right? But I think she has that distinct feeling that she wishes she had gotten away from this earlier. Something I often tell my students, I mentioned you guys in old videos, anytime you find yourself between two suboptimal decision points, it often means that you made a mistake at the prior decision juncture. And I think she kind of felt that way at this point. She makes a reluctant call, and lightning strikes the river when this guy just spikes the queen on the river. Is only out. Ronnie has no options left with his 5K left. He puts it all in. This guy does a quick snap, nails the queen. I don't know if this is black magic. I don't know what's going on here. Don't know what's up with the headband either. You guys tell me. I think personalities like this are good for the game. Sometimes it could be a nuisance at the table, but in general, I think, having lively people who are active and a little crazy can be a good thing for us at the poker table. So I'm all about it. He calls the all in, and then Marle has to make a tough fold, but she knows at this point, can't imagine that she's good. She lays down the king jack, correctly so, and Ronnie unfortunately was given the bad news that his ace jack was no good here. Pretty wild hand to start off the Poker After Dark episode. Definitely recommend you guys check it out on Poker Go every Monday night. They're doing new episodes, and we'll be doing our review videos, as always, every Tuesday morning. Once again, make sure to join our raffle. Subscribe here on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, post your name on Instagram here in the comment section on YouTube, and we will get you entered into that raffle for a free month of poker coaching. And don't forget to check back next Tuesday. And we'll have a new video once again going over all of the nonsense that we see in these recent episodes of Poker After Dark. So best of luck this week, everyone, and we will see you guys soon. Take care and good luck.